Sunday Satsang, December 24th, 2023, Radha Kunda. So anyone has any questions? This is why. Hi. Questions? Yeah.
At the starting of the class, you said that that Srimad Bhagavad is the last words of Vyasadeva. Is there any Shastric Praman that Srimad Bhagavatam are the last words of Vyasadeva?
It's in the Bhagavatam itself.
Okay.
First canto. It describes how he came to write the Bhagavatam. Whole story of how he came to write the Bhagavatam. He had finished, he wrote the Bhagavatam one time. He wrote all the Vedic literature, and the last thing he wrote after Vedanta Sutra was Srimad Bhagavatam. He wrote the Shrutis and Puranas and everything, and then he wrote the Vedanta Sutra to summarize the philosophy of the entire Vedas. He wasn't satisfied, and his guru Narada Muni met him. It's all described in first canto. You should read the book, you might know something. So in the first canto it describes, the guru met him, and he said, "Why are you unhappy?" He asked his guru, "Why am I unhappy? I wrote so many stories and so much philosophy." He said, you wrote about Krishna Leela, but you didn't bring out the ras. You didn't bring out the essence of Uttam Bhakti. So go read it. So he wrote the Bhagavatam 2 times. It's described in first canto. He wrote once without ras and once with ras. But then it was the final thing he wrote. It's all described in Bhagavatam. So the question is, what is the proof that Bhagavatam is the last thing he wrote? The Bhagavatam itself is the speech of Vyasadeva himself. Vyasadeva wrote himself, "This is my last work."
What that without Ras Bhagavatam, where is that?
Bhagavatam, basically 10th canto of Bhagavatam, stories of Krishna are full of ras. It's kavya. So you can read Vishnu Puran, you can read Padma Puran, and have Leela of Krishna, but there's no ras. Your question is, where do I find the stories of Krishna without ras? Is that your question?
No, you said that Vyasadeva write 2 Bhagavatam. One
that one's not there.
Okay.
He wrote it and he rewrote it. Like I write a rough draft of my book. I don't publish a rough draft. I publish the final draft. Come on, man, Jack, wake up. You write a rough copy of your book and then you publish it out. You edit it 20,000 times, rewrite it 10,000 times, then you publish it, and then it still has mistakes. Don't ask stupid questions. If you're stupid, okay, but don't ask questions. A fool and a genius are both the same. A fool and a genius are both the same until they speak. When they speak, then you know who's the fool, who's the genius. Guys that are big judge, looks great, big professor, big intelligent guy. He's a stupid number 1. But you can fool people, Big daddy, glasses. Professor at JNB or JNU or whatever. Professor, please speak. Duh. Any questions? I don't know how you're out of space for so long, you must ask a question. Out of space questions. Anyway, nice to see you. A little late, a little busy now. I have class till 5 and I have another class after that till 8 o'clock. Yeah. Anyway, after class, just talk for a couple minutes. No question?
One question.
Next question, okay.
So where can a single man who decide not to get married practice Raga Bhakti like a fully facilitated ashram, just like ISKCON and Gaudiya Math have? If we just work and earn a living, isn't that just an entanglement?
What's the question? Start you read and summarize the question.
Where can a single man who decided not to get married practice Raga Bhakti like an
Okay, the question is,
like
internet question, someone's saying, I don't want to get married, but I want to practice Raga Bhakti. Where can I do that? Is there any place where I get a free room and free lunch?
Otherwise, if I work, I get entangled.
Yeah, where you get entangled? Well, that's your subjective idea, but I know many people that are working and practicing Raga Bhakti, and they're entangled in the loving service of Radha Krishna. So your premise is not Siddhanta, it's not niti, it's not a proverb, it's not a rule, it's not a law, it's not niti. It's just your subjective fear and idea that you work, you can't practice Raga Bhakti, you get entangled in Maya. Because if you're practicing Raga Bhakti, it means you have a fairly high degree of Krishna Bhakti established in your heart already. Otherwise, if you can't maintain your Raga Bhakti and work at the same time, it means you're not qualified for Raga Bhakti. If you're a gross neophyte, subjected to the pushings of the modes of nature. I know many people that work a full-time job, they're not practicing Raga Bhakti, practicing Vaidhi sadhana, and they're doing great. They chant some japa, they read Bhagavatam, they take care of their family, they work hard every day, and they're doing great. What's all your fear and all your supposition? You just sound like a loafer. You sound like a freeloading loafer. Go on a free room and free lunch and spending money and just sit around and sleep all day, dream about Rasa Hill. Best way for you, my suggestion to you, sir, lady, whoever you're, a single man, sir, is you get a job and work responsibly in a job and do bhakti bhajan. I know many people doing that. Living in Delhi, living in Europe, living in Russia, living in Vrindavan. So why can't you be like that? Why are you so afraid of life? You're a man, you're not a mouse. You have a brain, if you don't have a brain, you can't do Raga Bhakti to begin with. You have to have shoot antakaran. Shoot antakaran is described in Bhakti Rasa Sindhu by Jiva Goswami. If you don't have shoot antakaran, you can't do Raga Bhakti. What does Raga Bhakti mean? It means meditation, smaran, smarana anga bhajan, smarana anga, shabdan kirtan smarana. So unless you have pure antakara means mind and intelligence. Mind and buddhi has to be pure in order to smaran. So you want to do Raga Bhakti, you're all full of material desires, greed, anger, lust, envy. You get agitated and disturbed if you work and have a job. Or you're not qualified to do Raga Bhakti to begin with. Just stay home with your mother and father and chant Hare Krishna and read Bhagavatam and get a job. Amen. Live a responsible life. Don't be a freeloading bum, you know. There's no bums in the world. Question? Any more than that question? Okay, no more questions? What are you doing? You're stretching or asking a question? What are you doing?
Question.
Huh?
Question.
Voila.
In which period of the day in Astakalya Lila is happening the Lila described in the first three verses of Vilapa Kusumanjali?
What's she saying?
Which part of the day, which time of the day, the first three verses of Vilapa Kusumanjali happen?
Three of the verses. The first three verses of Kusumanjali are Mangalacharan.
Yes.
It's not describing Astakalya at all.
Because it's described the Lila.
Wait a minute. Listen, the question is, this is your question.
Yes.
The first three, verse 1, 2, and 3 of Vilapa Kusumanjali from Stavali by Raghunath Das Goswami, what Astakalya is that in? So my answer is none. Because it's a Mangala Charan, it's the invocatory verse of praise. He's praising his Shiksha Guru. Rupa Goswami is the Shiksha Guru of Tulsi Manjari, Raghunath Das. First verse Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari. Has nothing to do with Leela at all. Leela is later on. It's called, when you read the outline, you look at the back of the book, at the outline of the verses in English. And those verses, those first 10, 6, 8, 9 verses are all called Mangala Charan. They're not part of the description. So why are you asking a question? Because it doesn't make any sense.
No, only because
Blah, 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 blah.
I was
It's
wondering.
Mangala Charan. You know Mangala Charan is a prayer.
Yes.
He's just glorifying. What? Don't try to jam everything into some kind of your own idea. You have to accept the book for what it is. When you write a book, when you start a book, you write prayers to. Look at any one of my books. There's Mangala Charan prayers. You have Sarta Darshini?
Yes.
There's 2 pages of Bhagavad Stuti.
Yes.
2 pages of prayers to Acharyas and the Bhagavatam itself. This is the standard for books. Any next question? Yeah. This is Ivanki.
Radha Radhe, dear Peter, what were the prime mental obstacles that stopped the wives of Brahmanas from surrendering to Krishna, like the devotees? What lesson can we take from this song? It's not clear. He's saying wives of Brahmanas surrendering from Krishna, what obstacles?
Tell the person that's on net, tell them to rephrase your question, boss. It's live, they're sending a question live. Ask your question again. Make your question more clear and answer it again. Ask it again. It's on the phone. Sorry for inconvenience. Radhe, 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 Jaya Radhe. Radhe Govinda, Govinda, Radhe, Radhe Govinda, Govinda, Radhe, 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 Govinda, Radhe.
And Gurudev, Maharaj in various Shastra, for example in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are pastimes where the hearer just hears the Bhakti Jnana once and gets it completely. But why doesn't it work that way in real life?
The question is, in the Bhagavatam it describes different dialogues of gurus and teachers teaching their students, and the students, after once hearing the teaching, they have instant recall and have. So why doesn't that happen in real life?
Yes.
Well, Bhagavatam is real life, but Bhagavatam is talking about real life in different ages with different people. Our life is really bad. We're living in a really bad time called Kali Yuga. We have really bad memories and bad minds. So it's very difficult for us to hear and remember what happened 5 minutes ago. One thing I used to do when I was in ISKCON, I would listen to Bhagavatam class and then I'd go to take prasad in the temple with everybody. I would sit, the guy next to me, Brahmachari, I would say, "You were in the Bhagavatam class?" He said, "Yes." It was 5 minutes after Bhagavatam class. I said, "Can you tell me what the class was about?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "What canto was it?" He wouldn't even be able to tell me what canto it was. And we've been on the 7th canto for 1 year, and he's in class every day for 1 year. He doesn't even know what canto it is. That's really unconscious class attendance. I said, "Really? Are you kidding me?" So a person says, "Why isn't it like that in real life?" that's maybe it's not like that with you, but some people hear the Bhagavatam and they remember what they read. My Gurudev lived to be 102 years old, and he read the Bhagavatam. He memorized all the verses of Bhagavatam. He knew 18,000 verses of Bhagavatam by heart. He lived 5 years ago. So different kinds of people. Your experience is you can't remember what you heard 5 minutes ago, but it doesn't mean everyone's like that. So you say, why isn't it like that in real time? It is like that in real time. Maybe not in your time. So that's why the Bhagavatam itself in the first canto, first canto, chapter 2, it says, Nasta Praeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavati Tamasake Bhakti Bhagavati Nasti. Because you can't be steady in hearing, you can't remember what you heard, you should hear Bhagavatam every day. Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. And that way we become Nishta, you attain Nishta in Bhakti. That's the power of Bhagavad Shravan. So Bhagavad Shravan is one of the Panchanga Bhakti, one of the 5 most important limbs of devotional service, along with Dham Vas and chanting Hare Krishna, Murti Seva, Sadhu Sangha. So just by doing that Panchanga Bhakti of Bhagavad Shravan and Vishnu Chakravarti, in his Bhakti Rasini Sindhu Bindu, he describes Bhagavad Shravan Rasika Bhakti Satsanga. We should hear the Bhagavatam in association with the Rasika Vaisnava, which is rare to find, but it's recommended that way. And if you hear that, the Babu Vijay, it says, Alvasvarsha Matra, Alvasvarsha Matra Babu Vijay. Just a little slight contact with the Bhagavatam, Bhava will appear and manifest in your heart, Bhava Bhakti. That's the power of Bhagavad. So the person, whoever asks the question, they should read about it every day and pray to Saraswati and pray to Krishna in the heart, because from Krishna comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness, and to help you remember the teaching. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Any more questions? Oh, more. What time is it?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
Oh, 1 more hour. If you have to go, you can go. Nobody wants to go. They're on the side. I need you to hurry anyway, forget about it. Okay, question.
There's one more question.
Yeah, okay, read the question.
Some people say that it will take 3 lives for getting perfection. Is it correct?
Question is, some people say you need 3 lives to get perfection. Some people, Vyasa Muni and Shukadeva Goswami, and then some people told this idea in what canto?
Babaji, sorry, will say.
Now listen what I'm saying.
Yes.
The question is this, be sober, wake up.
Yes.
The question is, some people say it takes 3 lifetimes to get perfection. And my answer is, the some people you're talking about are Vyasa Dev, Shukadeva Goswami. And I'm saying, what canto is this described? 5th canto. In the story of who? Maharaj Bharat. Bharat Maharaj. He was a king, he had 100 wives. That'll keep you busy. Real busy. But one day he said, girls, I'm gone. Bye, 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 100 times bye. And then he flew. He flew away to Hardwar and did bhajan. And one deer jumped out in front of him and gave miscarriage, baby deer, mother died. So he took care of the deer, and he died. And he was so much attached to the deer, he became a deer in his next life. First life, Raja, king. Second life, Pashu, animal, deer. Third life, Brahmin. His name was Jad Bharat. Jad Bharat. He was an avadut mukta purush. He was liberated from birth. He was an avadut. People would pass urine on him and pass foul air on him and laugh and curse him. He didn't care. He just walked through life, always absorbed in Krishna Bhakti. So that's it. Some people say, it's Bhagavad Pramanam. Bhagavad Pramanam. Alam Pramanam, Bhagavad Pramanam. The Bhagavad Pramanam is Amala Puran. It's a pure Puran. It teaches the topmost transcendental truth of reality. Bhagavad Pramanam. It's also called Paramahamsa Samitam. Paramahamsa Samitam Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam. There's a sloka like that. So there's some people, that's funny. Some people say it's a Bhagavatam. But there's also some people say you can go back to God in one life. What are those some people? Vyasadeva, Shukadeva Goswami, in the first canto of Bhagavatam. First canto story of Narada Muni. Narada Muni, his mother was serving for 4 months a bunch of rishis and sages. They initiated him in Gopal mantra and spoke Hari Katha to him. His mother died of a snake bite, and the kid was only 5 years old. And he chanted his Gopal mantra and practiced bhakti according to what the sages taught him for 4 months. He had taken Baba Bhakti, had Darshan Narayan, and got a Siddhanta at the time of death. Siddhanta was brought to him personally by Lord Narayan. This is in the first canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 6, verse 28. You can read it. First canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 6, verse 28. So the spiritual body is brought by Kunda, by Vishnu, and given directly. When he gave up his body, he immediately got a spiritual body. But that's the person who got perfection one life doing Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, not Raganuga bhakti. Didn't have Siddhanta, didn't have Babaji grew at Radha Kunda. Yeah, so unknown sages lived in ashram with his mother. He was doing seva there. And they stayed there for rainy season. And then they gave him mercy. Some people say you can go to Krishna one life. Some people say 3 lives. Some people say 300 lives. I say 300. Vyasadeva says 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Take your choice. Dial your number. Russian roulette, man. 5, 2, 6 months, 2 days, 1 day. Wow. What's the Bhakti Rasmi just in this story? A king who went back to God in 5 minutes.
Katvanga.
King Katvanga. Khatvang. Katvanga. He cut out. He was fighting for the devotees. He was he was a Gandhara warrior or something. I don't know, some kind of up there guy, you know, stronger guy. He was a Kshatriya, a good fighter. And he asked, he said, when am I going to die? He said, you're going to die in 5 minutes. He said, well, I'm gone. He came to Earth Planet, went to Rishikesh Harbor or something, did bhajan. I only have 5 minutes left, I better do bhajan. So he went back. Some people say he went back in 5 minutes. Some people say 3 years, some people say 1 year, some people say 100 years, I say 100 lifetimes, that's what I say. And some other people, and the Bhakti Rasmi, which is from some Purana, probably Vishnu Purana, says 5 minutes. So what's your choice, man? You want to go back, you want to go to the spiritual world in 5 minutes? I have a pet cobra in my other room there. I have a pet cobra. If you give me 100 rupees, I'll let him bite you. In 5 minutes, you'll go back to God. But you have to pay 100 rupees, though. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. No more questions? Hey, come on, man. I don't have that one. Hey, hello. I need that question. I don't have it.
Oh.
Make a note of it. I sure carried away and didn't put it up through. Okay. More punk, more Kanti. Radhe Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe Sham. Ananda Kanda Bhagavan Sri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. Radharani Ki Jai. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe.
Maharaj, Narottam Das Thakur talks about engaging one's lust, anger, greed, etc. in Krishna's service. Seva Kamarpane. Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Jane Lobha Sadhu Sange. Hari Katha. I didn't understand it. Could you please explain this, Maharaj?
The question is about.
Aditi.
Sit down. The question is about Prem Bhakti Chandrika, written by Narottam Das Thakur. He's describing about engaging our bad qualities, our anarthas of Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Matsarya, lust, anger, greed in the service of Krishna. What was the question?
She didn't understand. She wanted to know.
She didn't understand it. The person's online. I'm not going to answer the question until you answer my question. My question is, are you reading Prem Bhakti Chandrika with the commentaries of Anantadas Babaji Maharaj? So they should reply on the net.
Aditi.
And they ask a question, not even on the net. That's pretty fun. They ask a question on the net, that means they're on the net, they're live. So I'm lively talking to asking. Anyway, the answer is this. Lust means aggravated desire. Lust is a translation of the Sanskrit word kam. Kam means desire. Kam. And desire can go to the extent of man and woman combining. Man and woman union is also called kam, or just desire to buy fancy clothes, desire to buy nice perfume, desire to buy jewelry. That comes under kam also. So it means intense desire to get something, to acquire something. It's called kam. So how do you engage kam in Krishna Bhakti? Develop an intense desire to associate with sadhus and hear Hari Katha. So when you come to Hari Katha, you don't fall asleep, you come on time, you stay till the end. This means you have an intense desire to associate with sadhus and hear Hari Katha. Greed. Greed means to enjoy. Greed and lust are brother and sister. So greed means, what does greed mean? You want to possess something. You want to own something. You want to have something. I have to have this. This means greed. So you should be greedy to learn slokas from Gita, and greedy to live in the holy Dham, and greedy to see the murtis of Vrindavan, and see the holy place of Vrindavan. So this is what's described in the commentaries on Prem Bhakti Chandrika by Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. That's why I'm recommending the person. The book is in Hindi, the book is in Russian, the book is in Bengali, the book is in English. At least maybe also in German, Italian, etc. Is it Italian? Find out. Find out. Write to your friends in Italy, Haripriya, who are asking if it's available in time. You should know.
No, it's not. It's not available.
No. Okay, I got that one. Any other question? Hey, go in, hey, go in, hey, go in, hey, go in, hey, go in. Run. Shri Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Shri Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.
One question is there, it's not. So,
Okay, well.
what is importance relating to Radha and Krishna for getting Diksha, Brahmin thread, Brahmin message?
What's the question? Question not clear.
Yes. What is?
Get your head together. You have to ask a clear question. You can't get a convoluted question and expect a clear answer. Brahmagaji is Brahmagaji and Radha Krishna. What are you talking about here?
I think Maharaj, the question will be like, what is important to do to get Brahman Diksha? Maybe the question is this.
Well, where does the Radha Krishna part come in? You mentioned something about Radha Krishna. Can you look at it and figure it out or what? We can't figure out your question, my dear friend. Ask your question again. We're not avoiding a question, but you have to give me a clear question. I'm studying for 50 years. I should be able to give an answer. Since 74 to now. You have to be fair as a speaker. I mean, that's a crazy question. You ask a clear question, I'll try to give a clear answer. No more questions?
He's asking Gupta.
Okay, wait a second. This guy's online.
How does getting Brahmin thread relate to Radha Krishna?
What was the question?
How does getting Brahmin thread relate to Radha Krishna?
How does getting Brahmin thread relate to Radha Krishna? Has absolutely 100% no relation at all. What's the next question? You asked the question, what's the relationship between, was it Gale and what's it called, Brahmin thread? Genu, what do they call it?
Genu.
Genu?
Upanayan.
Upanayan sanskar.
I know when how that's in Hindi word.
Genu.
Janeo. Janeo. Which in English they say Brahmin thread. It has no relationship. We're serving Radha Krishna, loving Krishna, and Radha Krishna. It's based on rag, attachment, affection, love. It has nothing to do with threads or ashram. Varnashram Dharma has nothing to do with it. You read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Chapter 8, teaching Lord Chaitanya, and around on the right, he says Varnashram Dharma has nothing to do with bhakti at all. So this Brahmin thread, Brahmin initiation is only given to 3 classes. It's given to Brahmins, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas that are born in Indian families. According to Shastra, this so-called Brahmin thread or Brahmin initiation, whatever you want to call it, receiving Brahma Gayatri Mantra, is only supposed to be given to people born of Indian origin. There's some Gotra in India. Saptarishi Gotra, Gautam Rishi, and all those different Gotras. People born in Malaysia, Yavana, Antija, America, Russia, Europe, they have no adhikar according to the Vedas, which describe Brahma Gayatri for receiving Brahma Sutta or Brahma Gayatri. Even people born in India and within Varnashram Dharma, if they're Sudras or Kayas or any lower class, they don't have the adhikar to get Brahma initiation either. Kshatriyas, Brahman, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas have the adhikar to receive Brahma Gayatri, Brahman thread, and Brahma Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurva Svahava. So, but your question you're asking, what's the necessity, what's the relationship, what's the need to have Brahman thread and Radha Krishna seva or pray? Has zero need. It's nowhere described. Brahma Gayatri is not described anywhere in Goswami books. Goswami books, Rupa Goswami, Stan Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya, Baladev Vidyabhushan, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Vrindavan Das Thakur, any of the books of Gaudiya Sampradaya, the great the great books of knowledge don't mention anything about Brahma Gayatri. Hari Bhakti Vilas talks about Diksha mantras in Gaudiya Sampradaya. What are the 6 mantras? Gopal mantra and Kam Gayatri. To worship Radha Krishna, to attain Radha Krishna prema, Gopal mantra and Kam Gayatri are very useful and very helpful. But Brahma Gayatri has nothing to do with it at all. Brahma Samhita describes that Brahma was initiated in 18th syllable Gopal mantra by Lord Narayan, not Saraswati. BBT edition says Saraswati initiated. It's not wrong. Saraswati means, the word is Saraswati in the sloka, it refers to knowledge. That because Saraswati is personification of wisdom. She's personified arts and wisdom, music, dance, mantra, etc. It's personified as Saraswati. Just like Ladni Shakti is a Shakti, it's personified as who?
Radharani.
Radharani. Some of it is the Shakti personified as who? Balaram.
Balaram.
Sandini Shakti.
Vrindavan.
Some of its Shakti is Krishna. Vasudeva. Personification. But it's also a Shakti. Shakti, Shaktiman, a Beta. Shakti, Shaktiman, Beta. There's no difference between Shakti and Shaktiman. The energy and the control of the energy. So Brahma says there, Narayan, Adi Guru is Narayan, Jagaguru, Adi Guru is Narayan, Vishnu. He initiated Brahma. This is described in second canto of Bhagavatam also. The Brahma Samhita proper translation doesn't say all these interesting inverted ideas. I see the 18th syllable Gopal mantra, which is the same mantra we get at Diksha. Diksha in Gaudiya Sampradaya, what's the definition of Diksha? Vinrika.
When you receive Gopal mantra or Kamagayati. But for Gaudiya Sampradaya, yes, Gopal mantra.
Yeah, when the seven is Samarpan to the Guru, surrenders to the Guru and receives Gopal mantra and Kama Gayatri, then it's considered he's a Gaudiya Vaisnava, has received Diksha. This is in Hari Bhakti Vilas, and it's also Madhya Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 19, describes the Kama Gayatri. And Gopal Tapani Upanishad, the whole Upanishad, describes Gopal mantra. And Brahma Samhita mentions that Lord Brahma got the 18th syllable Gopal mantra. Brahma Samhita by BBT, which is just a copy from Gaudiya Math, it's got a lot of add-ons. Let's put add-ons that aren't in the original edition. A very nice edition of Brahma Samhita has been produced by Madan Swami. Madan Swami has the commentaries of Jiva Goswami. If someone wants to understand Brahma Samhita, what's the truth of Brahma Samhita, what's the actual teaching Brahma received, he should read Brahma Samhita with the commentaries of Jiva Goswami, translated by Madan Swami, the ISKCON sannyasi. I gave classes in VIH in ISKCON in 1988 or something like that. Where you were there?
2000.
I think you recorded them on Sony Professional. In the year 2000, we gave 1 month class Kartik in VIHE, what was it called? VIHE, Renowned Institute for Higher Electricity, higher education. And we couldn't figure out the book at all. We were supposed to teach the class. So I went every other day before, about 3 weeks before class, I went to Mathura to meet with Narayan Maharaj, asked him so many questions, right, to make some idea out of the book, you know. So there's some kind of classes there. But until Madan Swami translated Jiva Goswami's commentary, I didn't really understand what this book was about. But now I understand very clearly. It says there you got Brahma Gayatri, you heard the flute, all kinds of Saraswati initiated, all kinds of crazy things that aren't in the book. It's been a long road to find the truth for me. I have 50 years on the road to truth. I finally found it. Truth is in the original teachings. Like my Guru Maharaj, Pandit Baba told me one time, he said, do you think the Goswamis forgot something? The Goswamis are Nitya Parishad, Nitya Siddhas, not Sadhana Siddhas. The Goswamis are expanded from the direct body of Radharani, Kaya Vyuha expansions. And they came to this world when Lord Chaitanya was here. If the devotees are on the planet, Nitya Siddhas are on the planet only at the time when Bhagavan was on the planet. Last time Bhagavan was on the planet was 500 years ago. So 18th century, 19th century, 20th century, nobody was on the planet with a Nitya Siddha. There may be sadhana siddhas. So he said, what is the need for anything more? They told everything. Rupa Goswami was embraced by Lord Chaitanya and firstly instructed by Lord Chaitanya for 10 days in what is it called, Lalabad or whatever, Benares. Stan Goswami was personally instructed. This in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya, Rupa Shiksha, Snada Shiksha. Lord Chaitanya personally taught them. Raghunath Das Goswami was taught by Lita Saki. Sri Damodar in Puri, 16 years he had teaching every day class for 16 years with Sri Damodar, who's Lita Saki. These are our gurus, these are our acharyas. They wrote everything. Everything's in their books. You read their books with the proper commentaries by Nadadas Babaji or some other great Vaishnava, Satyanarayan Das Babaji or whatever. Sundaras, Rajiv Goswami, you'll get all the clear truth. No fuzzy, out of focus stuff. And I've been studying for 50 years of my life to try to find the truth. So I'm sharing the truth what I discovered. They're well-meaning books. Basically, what my Pandit Baba told me, he said after the 17th century, after 1680, when Baladev Vidyabhushan, after him, everything else is questionable. Everything written in the 17th century, 18th century, 19th century, 20th century. All the books published in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, 15th, 16th century, are good. Which means what? All the books up to Baladev Vidyabhushan. Narottam Das Thakur, Baladev Vidyabhushan. Then that's it. That's all. We don't need any more. They told everything A to Z. They told everything about Vaidhi Bhakti, everything about Raga Bhakti, everything about Smaran, everything about Mantri Swarup. Everything is there. So you're all very people are staying from you. You're very young. You should spend your study. You should study wisely and learn all this great truths of Gaudiya Vaisnava Sampradaya. Thank you for your time and attention. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe.